Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to St Mirren. Appreciate it's a late one, but forgive. We'll just crack on, shall we? Because we have to play a Ross County, and we are currently third in the SPL. So I'm not saying big things are happening, but big things might well be happening here. We need to find a new right winger. Is McKinnon any good? Not really. Robertson, nope. McMaster, no. Khan, no. Myers, does Myers have anything to offer? I think he does. I think we'll put Myers in there. Why not? It's a face we haven't seen before. Let's try it out. Right, let's go for it. And before I forget, let me just take care of a thing. There we go. Right. Anyway, it's taking a minute to warm up, apparently. That's fine. That's all acceptable, I suppose. It'll happen. Address the team. And but we're going to take full advantage of home advantage or whatever advantages. You know how it works. Anyway, let's do a thing. Send the boys out there. Talk to the media. We're a better team. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. Get it underway at home to Ross County, who of course finished second in the SPL last year. So will be something of a challenge to us, I would imagine. We'll soon find out, because we're underway and we're trying to keep the momentum building. As long as we don't have to play Falkirk anytime soon, we should be okay. They have been a thorn in our side a little bit as Tomlin puts a ball in. It falls out to Slabanovic, who I'd forgotten was playing in the tent. Probably shouldn't be. But there we go. We're out there now. We'll make do with it. Kirkland trying to beat Hajib. Being a bit wayward with his footwork, but that's fine. Makiba finds Slabanovic. Tomlin, Myers, Trevino is there. And that's goal number 1. Raheem Myers gets an assist on his debut, which is lovely to see, so we can keep cracking on. Praise the boys, and hopefully they'll deliver a few more goals. We're currently top of the SPL, so that's a win all round, I would assert. If I was going to assert anything, I would say us being 1-0 up is an all-around winner. So we shall see what is happening. And see who is out there and alive, which is always a good thing. Right, St Mirren are still winning, but we have the ball with the Ross County. But Chris, across the goal, Walker gets it clear, Partington to Fisher. Myers doing some tracking, which is nice to see. Can Bell make a tackle? Can anyone make a tackle? We're just kind of headless chickens in defence right now. There we go, Kirkland there to clear it. The Irish international to Kareem. Now McInnes back to Kareem. We need to push up a bit here because we forced them back. We don't need to push up apparently. That highlight was going nowhere. Hajib has picked up a knock, which is not going to help his chances of making a big impression on things, I would suppose. But either way, we lead. We are top of the table as things stand, but there are other teams around us to play, I would imagine. I don't think we're the last to play this weekend. In fact, I should check to see where we are in terms of games in hand whilst I think about it. That doesn't help me at all. That does. This is our game in hand. Okay, good. Good. Myers is through, taking on Ngenge. Cross and a goal from Craig Smythe to make it 2-0. And St Mirren are enormous. I don't know if you've heard, but St Mirren are about to win the SPL, maybe. We'll soon find out, I suppose. It could go any which way here, but I think we're pretty comfortable beating Ross County, who, as I said, were second in Scotland last year. I don't know if they've just had a fire sale on their best players over the course of the summer. I don't really care, because currently we're smashing them, and Myers is making a real impression on his debut, with 2 assists to start off life for him in Paisley as Kirkland on the ball coming down the near side. Cross goes over and Ngenge will head that away, and it's with Fisher to Beckeris and back to Fisher. And back to McInnes now to Quate, who, interesting name, can't beat Danny Parker, because Danny Parker, frankly, is outstanding. Goes to Walker now. Walker across to Ehrlich, the German, and that goes nowhere. But I'd say, if I had to call a first half near perfect, that was probably the kitten. And we go again, ready for the second half, ready for more goals, I hope. Be nice for us to put our best foot forward to start the stream. Slobanovic on the ball. He's not disappointed himself today. Or, just as I say it, of course. Smythe to Myers. Myers with a chance to come forward. Goes back to Bell. And Bell beats Rolt. He's going on a run by himself. He's got Rolt and Raven in front of him. But he finds McKeever. McKeever to Slobanovic. And Slobanovic has done an excellent job of finding the Ross County fans, which is, I guess, nice of him. Give them a little gift just so they can see what the ball looks like up close. Bell now on the ball, trying to beat Rolt. Gets to the byline. He's going to look to cut it back to McKeever. McKeever with the cross. Header there from Trevino. No one can get it through the defence. And Beckeris is going to try and bring it forward. I don't know why Kirkland gave up challenging for that. Maybe he thought it was already out. But it wasn't. And Martin's up against Walker now. Walker with the defending. The referee's giving a penalty, but he's also going to go check VAR just to see what VAR is saying. I think it's probably going to get given, if I'm honest. Don't know why we don't see the ref go and look at the little telly anymore, but I imagine this is going to be given as a pen, and it has been. And Danny Parker now, all eyes on him, has the most important job in Paisley. Quate versus Parker. Can Danny Parker make something happen here? Absolutely can. Danny Parker on fire, apparently. On fire today, and Rolt gets the corner into the box, and Kareem heads it away. Ban Kareem, I agree. We should ban Kareem. That was lethal. And for all the good Danny Parker did saving that penalty, there was really nothing he could do about that header. That was a powerful header at the near post. And we are having to think about things a bit more now, which is not ideal. And I do want to make changes. I don't know where the obvious changes are. Kirkland's having a mare. Ehrlich is now having a mare. Tomlin's having a mare. I kind of see where the changes are now, if I'm honest. So Ehrlich can come off. He's looking aggressive, which we don't really want to see. We'll send in Rodriguez, the international for Luxembourg, to see that one out. In fact, you know what, we might just do a 3 defender replacement. That might help us out a little bit. And then we'll take off Tomlin for Park and Slobanovic for Lincoln, and hope they can get this one over the line as a win to leave us top of the table after match day 4. Spike Britt's in goal for Ross County, which is interesting this far in the future. I assume that's Spike Britt. He must be pushing 40 at this stage. So shot from range. We'll have a look at Spike Britt, or what we assume to be Spike Britt's in the Ross County goal. Is it Spike Britt's? It is. 34 apparently. Younger than I think of him being, but then I guess if you play enough Football Manager, all these young players who tend to come through and do good things start feeling a little bit old to you. So, you know, I guess it's TV age we put that down to. It's a TV age thing. Either way, 5 to go. We're still leading. We just need to see this one out. And hopefully we can even extend the lead as Scholes is on the ball, and he can be dangerous. Gets past McInnes, cuts it back to Myers, back to Scholes. Scholes whips it in. Can't quite find his man. Murphy now to Beckeris over the top. Martin's there. Walker's tracking. Walker's going to try and cut this one out. Luckily, Parker is there to make the big boy save. And we should be able to see this one out if we can just maybe waste a little bit of time. See if they're smart enough to figure out wasting time's a great plan here. Banfield finds Smythe to Trevino. Back to Smythe. Out for Banfield now. Banfield going down the far side. Plays it through for Smythe. Great ball. Is anyone there to help him out? Goes back for McKeever, who turns it for Park to Scholes. Can Scholes get across in here? He's trying to beat McInnes. He's just taking it to the corner flag, which is nice. McKeever is there. Kareem heads it away. And now Beckeris to Murphy. And we're on the back foot. And this could easily end in an equaliser if we're not careful. Rolt finds Obregon. And that's come off the post. And Walker has hacked that clear. I know we can tell him to waste time, but it feels dirty. How are you, mate? Welcome in. Welcome in. We could tell them to waste time, but they should know what they're doing. They're professional footballers, allegedly. So wasting time should be second nature to them in a game like that. But either way, we finished it top of the league, which I'm not against. I am not against a world where our St Mirren side are top of the SPL. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Definitely feeling a little bit better than I was yesterday. We're still top. We are top of the league after that game. That was our game in hand, because obviously we were playing on the Sunday. Hey Glenn, welcome in. So yeah, that win puts us top of the SPL, which is nice to see. Level on points with Rangers. Don't know why that's showing XG table. There we go. We're top of the table. Level on goal difference with Rangers. We are on top, I guess, based on goals for. Which is not bad, especially since we apparently should be 6th. So I'll take it. I think we're outperforming ourselves. But honestly, if you'd offered me 6th at the start of the season, I'd have taken it. So if we can carry on being the 6th best team in the SPL, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't carry on. You know? Carry on the way we're going. We can beat Rangers next, hopefully. We have already beaten Rangers this season, so that's not the biggest drama in the world, as my neighbour's dog is going off. I don't know if that's being picked up on camera or on mic, but there we go. We'll see, I guess. Anyway, apparently you have to reapply for someone's work permit, which we'll try, you know. Make the best of it. It is transfer deadline day as well, which I don't know if we're going to get any offers. I'd love to get an offer for Willie Quinn because he's not currently making my team and he is worth about 4 million quid, and if we can tempt Celtic to make an offer, I probably would want to, because that would help us out all over the pitch, to be honest. I say all over the pitch, they'll give us about 20 quid of it because of the debts, but probably not going to make any deals. I don't have any money, and also I don't know who Malcolm Patterson is. Who is Malcolm Patterson? He's Hearts' backup goalkeeper. Gotta be honest, it's unlikely. Unlikely that would be something I would do with £3 million a year over our wage budget somehow. I don't fully understand how that's happened, but it is what it is. Had some cracking youth players come through at Feyenoord. That's what we like to hear. Feyenoord always had quite a good youth system. Not quite as vaunted as Celtic's, but as Ajax's, but certainly produced some quality footballers over the years. I think loading this guy out might be a shout, because I'm not using him, but apparently he's got some potential. So I reckon, should we see if we can get a bit more cash for him, like 60% of his wages? That'll do. That'll do us. That's fine. Any more for any more? Doesn't look like it just yet, but like I said, we might get some money offered to us, dangled in our direction by Celtic in the near future. He can go because he's never going to be a big star. Buyback price of 15 million. I don't think we'll be activating that. If the right offer comes in, then we'll take it, I guess is the answer to that question. I don't think the right offer is going to come in, I'll be honest. I don't think they're going to offer us the money, and we'll just keep developing him as a lovely backup midfielder for us, because that's basically what he does. The fact that Celtic are desperately chasing a player I don't consider to be that important is probably a sign of how good this side actually is. To be honest, as Coulson leaves us, and we are not going to shed any tears, Jordan White can go on loan to Peterhead. I don't know what division Peterhead. I probably should have checked, to be honest. What division are Peterhead currently in? League 2. Alright, that's probably not going to help his development. He's probably already better than a League 2 player. He's a decent Championship player. 6-day streak. Hindo's in. Welcome. Well, I have been known to Cornstar, according to Google. I have been known. How are we, Hindo? Welcome in. We are top of the league. Whisper it quietly, but St Mirren might be fucking enormous. I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm definitely feeling better than I was yesterday. Definitely feeling better than I was yesterday. That was touch and go. Had to a couple of bargains. 3 seasons, 3 league titles. Won 32 games, lost 2 games. I love it. Love to hear it. My word. We're already threatening the timeouts. It's gone. It's got serious. It's got serious out there. If we beat Rangers, we'll be 3 points clear at the top of the SPL. I'll just say there. Something inside 15 minutes to find the server. Wowzers. Wowzers. It's all kicking off. 15 minutes to find a server. Changed his logo. You've lost me. I'll be honest. Had a rebrand. I'm guessing this was the old RP server. Talking of which, morning Wool, welcome in. Lovely day for fishing. Let's make sure we get a shout out for Hindo out there. Welcome in. We are a personal rebrand. My words. I saw we had a change of logo. I just thought you decided to fancy it up a little bit. Didn't realise it was a full rebrand. On a streaming server. Oh, just woke up. Good. Lovely when you start work at 7 to just wake up now. But at least it means you're fresh as a daisy, ready to throw the hands in the air to celebrate the magic that is going to happen when we beat Rangers and go safely top of the table. I say safely top, it'll be after 5 games. Let's not fully count chickens. Quinn wants to go out on loan. Well, I'll be honest, I'm more than happy to send him out on loan, but I would rather, if I had the option, send him off to play for Celtic for a large sum of money. Outlet service in Glasgow, nice quiet night. Yep. Lower rebrand, can I just be Henry Cavill now? Sure, if you want. I'm not stopping you. You might have to lose some acting skills, but you go for it. Go for it. I shouldn't throw shade on Henry Cavill's acting skills. He's having a better acting career than I am. Got to be Superman and a Witcher. Probably James Bond. Wow. It's getting kinky up in chat, apparently. I'm not shaming any kinks. Just you know, that's what you're into. It's true, I am having a better streaming career than Henry Cavill. I go to a hectic and very angry phone call. I mean, I'm not sure Hindo's going around causing problems in Glasgow tonight. Can he do it in a cold, wet, rainy night in Swindon? I'll be honest. I'm not sure I can at this stage. Didn't he stream a PC build once? I have no idea. I'm not a Henry Cavill expert. We're from Feyenoord, no jobs jumping out at me. I can't see a save, I can't help you. Bonjour, mes amis. Welcome in. Bonjour. Scheme is landing tomorrow. Beautiful stuff. That'll be chaos for all. Are you taking him around to see the sights? Taking him to see Aki's? Digital concerts, that was incredible. Who are we seeing tonight? Who did we venture out to see? Jake Lopez wants to leave. That's a bit sad, but you know what? We won't cry over it. You're not playing and you're earning wage. It's gone very French. Strasbourg, the only team I'd even consider, even then not keen. Well, maybe Kit can stick in a good word for you. You never know. Claire Obscure concert, a painted symphony. It's very fancy. It's very posh. I think the last thing I saw that had the word symphony in it was probably a Verve album. So Strasbourg is blue code. Don't touch them with a 10-foot pole. Fair. Fair. Okay. So, indeed, yes. It's got a few things he doesn't know about. What don't I know about? What doesn't who know about? What doesn't what know about? Bonjour is available where she went for it. Valid. Jono streaming tonight? Well, I don't know. Scheme? Talk to me about the scheme. Balls deep in a kebab right now. Oh. Living the dream. I might have to risk our goalkeeper argument. Actually, do I? Is it worth it? How is he comparing to Danny Parker? Is it worth the risk? I think we play Parker, but we keep Aguiman on the bench, which we all know how much I bloody hate having to have a goalkeeper on the bench. It's not really how I do things, but just in case, we are going to start with Danny Parker, but just in case, is there a goalkeeper number available? I guess there is. There we go. Got a meet and greet with the Aki's owner and players. Free ticket, players lounge, half-time sign shit. Jesus. What's he done for that kind of luxury treatment? What's he done for that? Yeah, always a naughty number for the goalkeeper. Now, the reason I always give a backup goalkeeper 69, I know this is the most autistic thing you'll hear all day, it's because I like my goalkeepers to wear a number that looks the same either way up. So they'll always wear like 1, 69, 88, that kind of thing. I know, it's weird, it's just a thing I have with goalkeeper numbers. Knowing Hindo is enough, apparently. Let's be like, who is this guy? They won't. Footballers are generally quite oblivious to the outside world, and they tend to assume if they're being introduced to someone, they are in some way famous. It's really, really funny. Like when I went to Poland a few years ago, I was introduced to the Schloss players. They basically just assumed I was like Zealand famous, so it was weird. Glenn gets it. Yeah, I had these like Polish top flight players, many of them internationals, reacting like I was something important. It was very nice, but also entirely misguided. See, Hindo's got keepers wearing multiples of 25. No one's offering 69 yet. It's not. We're not quite at that stage of the week, but you know, weekend's coming. We'll see what happens. I don't even know what kind of injury Danny Parker's got. Like, if he's busted a shoulder, I probably shouldn't be playing on. Myers has picked up an injury now after his cracking debut for us. Bell cuts it back to him though. Go on, let's have a goal. Cheeky little goal, there we go. Cheeky little goal for Giuseppe Trevino, the hero of Scotland at this point. My hopes are engaged and satisfied jump to any chance. Oh, sounds like conversations are needed that I shouldn't be involved in, I'll be honest. Oh, we're a point clear of Celtic. We're a point clear of Celtic, boys and girls. We're clear, we're good, we're golden at this stage. All of the magic that can be happening is be happening, does be happening, will be happening. Let's have a second goal, and then we'll be laughing. Oh, we're suddenly seeing a bit of slowdown. It's a bit weird. Hate release clauses? We all hate release clauses. Let me go and try and work out what's slowing down my system, shall we? It's probably not handbrake. I recently discovered handbrake, and I'm going to be honest, I am quite a big fan. I'm quite a big fan of handbrake. That has changed my life. Has made my life immeasurably better discovering that. Try closing the porn tabs. You know, weirdly, I don't actually watch porn. I know. Wild. I'm not saying I've never done it, but it's not like part of my weekly routine. Like, I'm aware of the work of the other Aria Sky, and she's a talented lass. Release cores can be handy as small teams sometimes though. Got no money, set a big release cores, loads of money, yep. I've closed the tab since. Well, why would I have the tab open if I wasn't watching it? That's all I'm saying. Picked up Alton Nori for 12 million, lost it for 26 because of the release course. Fair. We have never been, I can confirm, we've never been in the same room. And the last time we were on the same continent, she wasn't old enough to be making movies. So, I can say I have never interacted with the other one. The imposter, I believe we'll call her, because unlike me, that's not her government name. So, just chucking out there, that's not her government name. So, if it ever comes down to our battle for rights, she's the one switching. But, you know, we're not there yet. Wow. To be fair, I have never seen Hindo and Jimmy Savile in the same room, but that's largely because, to the best of my knowledge, Hindo's never had a need to be either on Top of the Pops or in a children's hospital. It's actually, to have like a serious bit, just for a second, a serious divertory spin on this. Technically speaking, as stupid as it is, if I was ever to go back into acting using my own name, I would have to use an initial, because she does qualify under the Actors Guild as having used the name first, which is really fucking stupid. But if she were to write a book, she'd have to change her name. So I guess we're sort of even, because I'm not in a hurry to get back to the acting career. Spent a long time in a children's hospital. It's rare I can say this and everyone know fully how I mean this. Hopefully as a patient. It's rare you can say that in good spirits. These days you can never be too sure. We've just beaten Rangers. We are 2 points clear, top of the table. Also, Celtic have dropped points at Ross County. We might actually have a fighting chance of winning the SPL. Severe asthma as a kid, born a month premature at £2.6. Jesus. I've had kebabs that weighed more than you did as a baby. wild stuff. Not recently. It's been ages since I last had a kebab. I think the trouble is that because that's it. See, it does work itself out. The trouble is because I don't drink, I don't get the taste for a kebab very often. I don't know why alcohol causes the taste for a kebab, but yeah, it doesn't really come up in my life terribly often. It's been a while as well. We've got a squad. I have the crazy distinction of being the only one of like my immediate family, like me and my siblings, to have ever spent time in hospital non-voluntarily, bar like birth. Actually, no, my brother spent a tiny bit of time as a kid, but like there is a joke that I should get frequent flyer miles in my family. I do seem to end up there an inordinate amount of times. I'm trying to work out who our right winger for next game is going to be, because we've lost. It might have to be Brody Dahl, which is not what he was signed for. He was signed as the 10. A season ticket at a local clubhouse. Oh, it's beautiful. Now I've got an eye on Monday. On Monday, I will officially have been sober for 14 years, which is crazy. But almost when you're inside, not inside. That's not ideal. I'm not a doctor, but that's probably not a thing we recommend. It's probably not. He's playing a lot. I'll try to improve things. I'm expecting most of our squad to get recalled in January, purely because I'm not playing any of them where I said I'd play them, but the tactic's working, and I just want to do enough to guarantee us top half, and then we'll figure it out. Outstanding work. What would you like to hear more of, Hindo? 14 years in D, Glenn. 14 years of sobriety. It's a wild time. It's crazy to think my biggest vice now is Pepsi and cigarettes, rather than whiskey and cocaine. But, you know, we all live and learn. Can't even go 14 days. I mean, once you get to a stage where you can't go 14 hours, I reckon that's time to have a look. See, I always preferred the former, but you know what it's like when you're working around hospitality. It's not hard to find either, is it? Let's be honest. 3 clean of coke. That's pretty good. That's strong work. I used to work in this really, let's call it a scummy pub. Yeah, that's it. I used to work on the bar in this pub that was not the best regarded. There's a tradition in Oxford called May morning. So on the 1st of May at 6 a.m, a choir sings evensong or morning song for, you know, the sunrise, for whatever bollocks reason. I don't know, it's some Oxford University nonsense that everyone gets caught up in. But there's this tradition that everyone goes out the night before and all the pubs open literally like 36 hours straight for this thing. So we stay open all night, we go all day both days. It's a whole, you can picture it, it's a whole thing. This pub I was working at, we only actually had 5 members of staff total. We only had 5 members of staff total. And so to get us through it, we were all just doing lines of coke. Constant, like non-stop, breathtaking size lines of coke. off the bar because we were classy. And at one stage, we did I did a line of coke that was the length of the bar, and I've never been less proud of my life choices. If I'm completely honest, I've never been less proud of a life choice I've made. It was not a moment of pride for me. Yeah. We found the 27th hour. I assure you we found the 27th hour of that day. That was a day of choices. Still got too many players on that bench. It's probably Makio that I don't need. And it's probably Littler I want in there. So that's good. We'll go play Hibs. Gal's travelling halfway home before she realised she left the car at work. Outstanding. Yeah, luckily, because I can say for a fact, if this hadn't been the case, I would have ended up in prison. But luckily, with growing up in Oxford, public transport's really good and parking's really expensive, so no one drives. Like, I don't have a driving license because I've never needed to drive until I moved to Swindon. And even now, if I'm going out anywhere, I go out in Oxford. I just get to the train. It hasn't. I will do it in a second. I completely forgot in amongst the transfer madness. I reckon you can probably have Darl, actually. Yeah, so like when I do go out, I go out to Oxford anyway. So it's a half hour on the train. The train station's 5 minutes from me. So I don't really need to. Although it'd be useful for work. Be nice to be able to, do Deliveroo bollocks or something to make the odd few extra quid. Fun when I woke in bed with said waitress not remembering what happened before. Oh, we've all been there. So I don't know if I put this story in the book. I think I put this story in my book. On the last night I was out drinking, I went out on an accidental 3-day bender, as one does. And during this 3-day bender, the first night I'd gone out to like a gig with some mates, and I'd gone to the pub next door afterwards for a few beers, a few post-match refreshments. Chatted up the lass behind the bar, took her home, did whatever one usually does. Next night went back to the same pub and tried to chat her up again. Completely forgot that I'd done it the night before. Jesus doesn't get us bank holiday, we do it, we're arseholes. Exactly. South, we need to get spending the country's train money on our trains, get shat northern, also the south, we don't need cars because public transport's so good. To be fair, I will say the trains down here are worse than they are in the north. One thing I liked about living in the north was just about everywhere has a train station. Like, you can get to almost any town with people in it in the north. And a train station. Fair enough, Hinder. Have a good stream, mate. We'll see you shortly. Yeah, almost any town with any reasonable sized population in the north has a train station. In the south, that's not the case. So, like, to get from Swindon to Oxford, I have to go through the town where my dad lives, which is a town of 20,000 people. It's not a small town, and it doesn't have a train station. So I have to go to the train station of the next town over, in between the two, and then get on a bus for an hour and a half to get to him. It's very stupid. Whereas in the north, all of the aforementioned towns would have train stations. As would every poxy little village in between, if we're honest. So I used to live in Kirkham, which is just outside Preston. Sort of between Preston and Blackpool, and every little fucking village, hamlet, and fucking post office has its own train station between those two. They have replacement bus services with an asterisk in that they tend to go to everyone's fucking house in between. They stop everywhere. Like, so for context, this bus line that takes an hour and a half to get from this station to my dad's house, that's a 15-minute drive and it takes an hour and a half. It stops goddamn everywhere. But it's just far enough that you can't walk it faster. It doesn't make any sense at all. We are definitely being held by Hibs right now. And I think if you'd gone to the bookies and tried to put money on the title race being between Hibs and St Mirren at this stage of the season, they probably have laughed at you, said, yep, I'll give you 1 billion to 1 odds and taken your fiver. Not gonna lie. But here we are, first against second in the SPL, and it is St Mirren against Hibs. It's not logical. We could be about to switch places if we keep this current level of, we'll call it performance, up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but with the benefit of hindsight, you know, well, I reckon if you put 20 quid on this being the state of play at this stage of the season, they'd have given you long enough odds you'd be retiring. Because we finished third from bottom last year, and I think Hibs finished 7th. Welcome in, Simon. It is known as cheating, or time travel. Just saying, if I ever invent time travel, I'm going to stick £1,000 on Leicester to win the title in 2016. Come back, cash it in and relax. Never work again. How are Hibs beating us? We've beaten Rangers last week. This doesn't make any sense. Well, maybe. Maybe the time popo will be a thing. But not if I invent it and then really quickly nip back and do it. Imagine the odds on Leicester for double relegation. That's true. It's not the first we've ever seen, though. Won't be the last. Rangers are shit on FM, as we've learned, but apparently Hibs are incredible, so make that make sense. As apparently a Falkirk for some reason. Like, you think, like, Luton did a double relegation. Swindon did a double relegation. Reasonably sure Man City did at one stage. We are training tomorrow. They can get fucked. Yeovil did too. Yeah. Although, if it's any tiny consolation, not from the Premier League. It's a little bit more embarrassing when you do it from the Premier League. Imagine if Tottenham do it. My word. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to console a double relegation. Having been through it, there's just very little else you can say. To be fair, though, isn't the Championship kind of Yeovil's Premier League in the nicest way? Like, for a small club, getting to the Championship is incredible. I think we often forget just how big an achievement the Championship can be for small clubs. Let's see Spurs go down. Tottenham in the National League South in 6 seasons. Let's not push our luck. I almost, and I thought better of it because I fucking hate Twitter and I don't want my phone to explode. I did contemplate putting up a tweet at the weekend telling people they should go and watch my YouTube channel because unlike Spurs, my channel will still be up in June. And then I thought, yeah, that's gonna upset at least one person. Probably, but to be fair, also, if my beta save next year is with Arsenal, money in the bank. We'll see Spurs sort of stage with the women's team, as the women's team will technically be the bigger team when they go down. That's valid. We'll see Spurs get forced to play a Leyton Orient. Do you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But I will say I am not because I have any genuine ill will towards Spurs. I am a little bit happy that they're going down because it's always nice to see a big side in the Championship for the financial reasons of all the other clubs. Spurs go down, Arsenal bottom of the league. Let's not push our luck. You never know with Arsenal, they might suddenly decide to be good at the last minute. Oh, we've got a cup game coming up. Who's that against? I don't recognise the logo. St Johnstone, wowzers. It's true, but let's not right because it would almost be funnier if Spurs went down and Arsenal won the league. There is a strong argument that would be funnier. Although I don't know what Sky would do without a North London derby to force into the schedule. They'll be very confused. They love pretending all Spurs games are derbies. Well, everyone has feelings about people. Even Mikel Arteta. I still haven't remembered to change that bloody name. I'm such a twat. I'll do it in a second. Ooh. I'm going to boldly guess played for Everton. Spurs go down, City won the league, and City get relegated because they need to be thrown out of the league. Spurs fans have to be happy that Arsenal won the league. Oh. Say less. There's lots of hateful wee bastards in football, unfortunately. think it was Gordon Strachan that said there are no morals in football because the game is full of wife beaters, alcoholics and rapists. Don't broadcast the Falkirk game live, you fucks. No, we always lose to Falkirk. Right, that's a bit close to our team. Like Arteta because he played for Rangers. It's fair. It's just United and Arsenal he's talking about. Oh yeah, for sure. I will say the nicest manager I've ever met was probably Roberto Martinez. He's a lovely bloke. I met him after Swindon put his Wigan side out of the FA Cup many years ago. And despite the fact that his team had just got absolutely slapped silly by a team from a couple of divisions below them, he made sure that he and every one of his players, to their credit, and every one of his players stopped and signed autographs for anybody that wanted one. He made a lot of kids very, very happy that day. So, for all the shit he gets, I will happily say that Roberto Martinez is a real one. I found him to be very pleasant. Right, have you got some minutes in you? You have. Have you got 45 for you? Okay, good. Let's do it. Let's go beat Dundee. Prem money coming in. That's what we like. Really did need cookies. Okay, let's do it. Let's go do a thing. I made chocolate chip cookies earlier. Because I've been feeling sort of a bit off for a couple of days. I was like, I really just want some cookies to make myself feel better. Plus, the best part of making them yourself is these are dark chocolate chip cookies. And I fucking love dark chocolate. Ooh. Ooh. Well, thanks, Sean. Absolute spanner. That's always the one. Get some snacks in. One of the best bits of advice I was given when I quit drinking was to get a drawer in the house and just fill it full of snacks, chocolate and sweets and shit. Because when you quit drinking alcohol, the thing your body really misses that causes the withdrawals is the sugar in your body. It's not the alcohol withdrawal, it's the sugar withdrawal. Greatest thing ever just happened in your save? Go on, tell me. England got grouped in the World Cup. Go on. Against all the home nations. Oh. Oh. Well, who said FM's not realistic, eh? What hit that? Ooh. It's not an easy group, but certainly should have been achievable. So that is an easier group. Because let's face it, two of those countries aren't good at football. It depends, especially on FM. Senegal can occasionally, on FM especially, just have a massive generation of worldies. Well, I didn't say it, Glenn. I might have implied it, but I didn't say it. The fact that McKeever's got sent off after 2 minutes, by the way, is absolutely stupid. They're going to make me play Littler in the next game. That's wild. Oh. Pretty sure I sold them heaps. That could have been embarrassing. I'm reasonably sure I sold heaps to them in the summer. Where is he? There. Oh no, I had him on loan last year and he didn't play. Makes sense he'd be upset then. Benny, welcome in. How are we? Back-to-back potential goal generation. Shout out for Benny. Do show Senor Kage some love. Bit peeved at the FM save. Which FM save? The longest one or the one you were passing around, or what's happened now? Have you somehow been given a cup you can't win? The off-season line career manager resigned after 12 years. Was the thought there to go and get the World Cup, was it, with Korea? Sure, everyone their recent praise has justified you, McKeever. Absolute joke, mate. Don't get sent off after 2 minutes and expect to come back into my dressing room. That's disgraceful. Everyone else, just dig in, lads, alright? Because this is going to be hell. Age obviously winning around the highest rank in the Hall of Fame career nationality, and they hired a Frenchman over you. Wow. That's it's a kick in the nuts, isn't it? It's a bit of a kick in the nuts. And it's not like you can go and manage North Korea just to spite them. It'll be funny, but you're not going to win a World Cup. So we have the eternal balance of funny and not of any benefit to you as part of the save. Big div out for Littler. Trevino out for Park. Lincoln on the right, and Kirkland off for Banfield. That'll have to do. How someone's bad enough at a French person for previous career did actually win the World Cup. Wow. Wow. Crazy. I don't think I've ever seen Korea win a World Cup on FM. I might be wrong. I don't really pay a lot of attention to it, but I don't think I've ever seen one. About 12 of the 28 players on the squad. Ooh, that hurts. You thought they were stuck in a good word for you, wouldn't you? They've been like, listen, can we just hire the gaffer? Yeah? We'll keep the good times rolling. Don't concede now. Please don't concede now. It's very upsetting that I've had to put Aguiman in goal for a real game. He was brought in as the backup, but like the backup who was never ever intended to need to play. But to be fair, he's only conceded 1 goal with 10 men in front of him, so I can't knock him that much. He's done alright. It's not been a bad performance. Be nice if we could get a goal, maybe, just to win the game, and then we just can all feel good about the fact we did it with 10 men. Especially since we were at one stage very much top of the league and looking pretty good for it. Let's have a goal here. Banfield's in the box. 1-2 with Parky. Parky has a pop. Matt Park scores, and we are wasting time. Absolute wasting time. 10 minutes to go. Stick it by the corner flag. Stick 5 guys round it. And someone watch the clock. That's all I want. Just park it in the corner. We'll play for set pieces because it's extra time wasting. We'll escape on top of the league with a 2-1 win with 10 men. Job's a good one. And we're back. We're back on the top of the SPL, which is honestly all you can really ask, isn't it? It's just be top of the SPL. It's just what worldies do. It's just what the top lads in the business do. It's definitely going well. Too many questions. Post-match interview, just go, good win, here you go, yep. That's all they need. I keep getting things saying we're top of the Premiership, but to be fair, we were only really not top of the Premiership because of games in hand, I think. In fact, I say that. Yeah, Hibs or Celtic could easily go top of the league if they win their next games, and oh, they're playing each other, so we need that to be a draw. Excellent. Excellent stuff. That's exactly what I was looking for when I set it out today. And I say that, but I do also keep saying the goal is top 6. Very much the goal is top 6. So I'll not be panicking if anything else happens. Then hopefully we'll beat St Johnstone, win this cup that I don't think there's anything on the line for. I think you get into Europe for winning the Premier Sports Cup thing. I assume it doesn't come with a place in Europe. I'm sure there's a thing to find the rules somewhere. There we go. Final winner qualifies for nothing. You get some money. You get £300,000 for it. Alright. New bit is absolutely stunning. We love that. We love that. We're back in 2 seconds. Sleeping on a cloud. We love to hear it. You do get fuck all for the League Cup, it's true, but it's nice to have the trophy because we've not won a trophy in a couple of seasons. Go. Also, as always, some useless bastard running their car and didn't like a twat. Yeah. My mum has a neighbour who has a garage right outside her bedroom window who likes to sit there for hours revving his motorbike engine. Every so often he fucks off back inside his house, and I always joke I might take the spark plugs out. When I'm over there, but I haven't done it yet. He tried doing it while I was house sitting for her, and he was doing it at 8 AM, and I just went out there and I was like, mate, do you want to fucking knock that off? Hey, Meg, welcome in. You join us possibly top of the league, but I don't think we are. We are, they did draw. Crazy stuff. We're top of the league. 7 games into the SPL. That's almost a third of the way there. 6 players called up. Anyone important? Gavin Kirkland's playing for Ireland. Sean McKeever's going to get called up for Northern Ireland. And Smiley's called up for Jamaica, which is nice. We are back on FM. You're back on the journey, Save. I'd like to see it. But absolutely no need to do it. And like first thing I was like, we know how tiny your penis is. You own a motorcycle. You don't need to show us. That's just weird. Be careful where I share that opinion. Some people get very upset when I make that joke. My dad gets very upset when I make that joke. That owning a motorcycle is a signifier of a tiny penis. I don't know why he gets upset. I didn't make him buy the motorcycle. I think we're going to do the controversial thing, drop Schlabanovic for Myers, because Myers was absolutely incredible. In fact, yeah, we'll use Getting on the bench, that'll do. You didn't tell me where you are, Meg. Well, you might have done, I might have forgotten, because I do occasionally go to sleep and then my brain just like resets and forgets it knew anything for a little while. Basically, I wake up as an idiot and I hope something triggers my memory to work during the course of a day. Right, go on, let's do it again. Let's get another win, cheeky one in the cup, and we can get through to the semi-final. And you cannot give me a Glasgow team. That's the rules, FM. I don't want a f***ing Glasgow team if I beat St Johnstone. And Germany rebuilding a fallen small giant. Is it one of the good ones, one of the bad ones? Can I request if I find a good Northern Ireland player, I call him Glenn Toran? In Hoffenheim. I'm sure we can find a Northern Ireland player to rename. I'm going to do the standard search of Hoffenheim, good or bad. To check the rules. It's only ever Germany you have to check this with. I mean, there are other countries where you can just kind of assume. But, alright, they're one of the alright ones. One of the alright ones. We have to check. We have to make checks. It's the rules. First season again, second season now, and third season. Nice. Bloody St Johnstone scored while I was checking to see if Hoffenheim were the good ones or the bad ones. We like mid-table. Happy with mid-table. It's a good start. Yeah, Hoffenheim are one of the in-betweeny clubs. Quite often in Germany you find either a club is very left-wing or very fascist. And there rarely seems to be like a happy medium. They're either very left-wing or very fascist. Won the Pokal in the second season, got eliminated in the European football so far too early. It's fair. Happens. Lads, could we not? Got two lads called Anderson, they've just done us. Myers has decided today's not the day he wants to be good, which is nice. Do you want to be challenging in Europe or top four? Need a couple of seasons? It happens. It happens. Sometimes we just have to build up. Oh, bloody Aguiman's injured as well. I've only got 2 goalkeepers in my squad. That's really quite unhelpful. Because the other one's still out for another like 5 more weeks. Right, sort it out, and then the rest of you lot just get good. Oh, challenging RB Leipzig for the title. Everyone's got a 6'5" brute centre back. What, 4 seasons are on the way to 25? It's that bloody Red Bull money they get from selling drugs to kids. I'm not putting a disclaimer on that. It's factually accurate and they can fucking try it. I'm not being controversial by making a statement that Red Bull sell drugs to children. Yeah, they will be. Like, because at this stage, like, pretty much everyone in this save is a regen now. Because we're at what, 2041. We're so far into the future in this save that Wayne Rooney has an entire district of Liverpool to himself, because that was the only place we could put him. They wouldn't have him at the zoo. We've just given him Toxteth. 6'8" keeper on a free, that's nice. Red Bull's overrated. Latorio Ben's what, 6'7" decent players? Yep, we've done that. We did that on this journey. I think it was in Tahiti we did that. Best signing ever. He's your skipper. We like it. What we don't like is St Johnstone absolutely taking the piss out of us. It doesn't make sense. We're so good in the league, and then we play St Johnstone and get absolutely murked. Really doesn't make any sense. That's right, Matt Park's here. Matt Park's in. He's okay. Matt Park has decided, look lads, look, we're not fucking about. I'm going to step up. Also, they've got 2 Japanese players, which shows that their Ange method of just filling your squad with Japanese players still works. Moved to Belgium, I have the money to move him with me and finish his career and become part of my coaching staff. Oh, that's nostalgia. Nothing about having a tree in defence or leading the attack. It's very true. It's very true. Right, come on, Matt Park, going to set up goal number 2 here. We're going to take this to extra time against all odds, and then I'm going to find someone on the bench who can do goals. Come on, let's have it. Oh, I had to fall to bloody Mark Saxon of all people. Mark Saxon, the centre half, is not the guy I want in the box when I need a goal late on. In fact, of all of my players, he's the one I least want in the box when I need a goal late on. Can we get the ball back? Is that possible? Just maybe give it a go? Go on, someone try pressing. Oh, great last ditch stop by Walker. Are we going to turn this around? I suspect we are not. Suspect it's not going to happen. We're out of the cup. And I'm going to now find out I've got a goalkeeper crisis. Because I don't even think I've got one in the under-19s. I'm not convinced I've got an under-19s keeper either. So if he's actually crooked, then I'm in trouble. Our title race could be about to go off the rails through lack of goalkeeping. Which, considering we had about 6 goalkeepers last year, is unhelpful. Try to recreate that Brazil tax to make you fall in love with 5 back formations. Fair. Right, we didn't want to win that cup anyway. There was no money in it. It was pointless. It was a pointless cup, and it doesn't matter, right? Douglas Aguilar. He finished the game with a fractured lower arm. What a hero. I mean, he's still out for 2 months, but what a hero. What a boy. Dylan's just signed a really good player from Egypt. I love finding a good player in Egypt. Is there anyone who can play in goal in this squad? There really isn't. Shit. Okay, I've got 21 days. Can I find anyone that can play in goal? Probably can't recall Gillis. Parker's out for 2 to 5 weeks, so he might be able to play, but he's also got a knee ligament sprain. And then Aguiman's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. So I need to find a goalkeeper. Egypt has some really good players. They're quite expensive. They can be. There was always a couple of... I can't speak for on 26. I've not looked. But there always used to be a couple of smaller clubs in Egypt where you could reliably find future worldies for next to no money. Right, I want some unattached players. Unattached goalkeepers, ideally. Lex Chalaye. Well, I guess, welcome to the club, mate. If we can afford you, which we probably can't. There you go. Have a big pile of monies. There you go. Big pile of monies for Lex Chalaye. We'll have a little look just to see if there's anyone with international caps too, just because it'll help. Ibrahim Cisse, the current Sierra Leone goalkeeper. I suspect we'll have a look at him. Adam Khan of Pakistan. Wanted by 2 clubs in the National League North. Says producing cracking Asian players, all the max asking price 2 million. Lovely. Dylan's gone from spending 150k on wages to 600k in one transfer window. We've all been there. So look at Lassine Diarra, shall we? Anyone in the national team? Billy Devlin of Northern. Where's he been playing? Crusaders, apparently. Well, you might be able to get your big chance in the SPL, mate, because I am shit out of ideas. Joe Claydon, Cyprus under-21 international. We'll have a look at him. Have a look at Filipov. Have a look at Lowe. Albie Kelly Heald at the New Zealand under-21 international goal. Beautiful. Northern, indeed. Played at Cruise Stadium. Was it a crusade to get there? Go on, one of you guys, please be good. One of you, please be just even remotely not bad. Play at the best stadium in the world. Camp Nou. Right, go on. Show me a goalkeeper with some potential. Billy Devlin might be there, but we don't know yet. Filipov, probably not. Claydon, nope. Lowe, maybe. Diarra's not. Khan's not. Cisse is not. Kelly Heald is not. I guess it's going to be Jacob Lowe then. We'll have an Australian. Why not? There you go. You can also have a token contract of contracts. I assume I've got some money to make that work. We have a troop indeed. Got on the pitch at half time at Ibrox. Nice. We'll talk on the pitch at Ibrox, but play on the small pitches next to it. I have never been to Ibrox, I don't think. Certainly not sober. Despite the fact I lived with a Rangers fan for a couple of years, she never got me to go to Ibrox. I don't know why. Some Rangers Roadshow. Glenn went there a couple of months ago. What is a Rangers Roadshow? Is that like the old Radio 1 Roadshow where like you send a really annoying DJ and then Right Said Fred show up? So it's a train got 15 minutes on the pitch. Nice. I really need someone to come in this window because I have no idea what else to do about a goalkeeper. We're out of the transfer window, so I don't think can I get are emergency loans a thing in the SPL? Transfer rules, loan rules, 5 domestic players, 3 from a team in the same division at a time. Hang on a second. I can have an emergency goalkeeper? Well, there's always time, Glenn. Always time. Across all the players and the manager and assistant. Very nice, very classy. Right, apparently the rules say we can have an emergency goalkeeper. That's what the rules said, I saw it. So I've got to go find... Got Ali McCoist's autograph, that's nice. Got Stuart Francis for a month. No. I'm allowed a player on loan for a month. Why are you offering me players till the end of the season? That's not helpful. We're going to keep going until I find a goalkeeper for free for a month. 26 and a fat bastard. There's always... You can always shift the weight. If you want to play, you can shift the weight. And let's be honest, the standard in Northern Ireland, it's not high. You might get yourself a cap. Just chucking it out there. I don't think Nicky Beeston is the right goalkeeper for us somehow. Bryn Manley. He's called Bryn. He's manly. You need to be a footballer. You are a football team. My lord. My lord. The shade. Oh, you're an international, have you? Come on. You're asking for too much money and too much time. I cannot stress enough, I just want a goalkeeper for a month. Let's have the fella from Trinidad. We've all been there. Archie Kitchen. Come on, one of you guys has to be on a reasonable bastard wage. We'll take the Norwegian from Linfield. We actually can. Is he any good? Formerly of Bryn. Played for Tromsdalen. He's only 5'11". I don't want a 5'11" goalkeeper, even if I can afford him. Jack Baker, you're almost a tall person. Really is no options. Glentoran in the name of the stadium after the Oval. It's a cracker. That was a reference to the old times for those who are young. There used to be Anne Comedian who said that once upon a time. Person general height is at least 6'2". Alright. I think we could afford the guy from Sutton, right? We can. I want me to take him to the... Alright. Hey, geezer, all is well, except for our lack of goalkeepers, because we're having a small injury crisis in goal, so I'm desperately trying to find an goalkeeper to cover for us for the next game, because both of our goalkeepers are out for about 2 months. And I am running out of options. FM do be FMing me with injuries. There's a fella there from Hull. Go on, be free. Yeah! Will you accept backup? No. Do you know what? I'm just going to lie to you and tell you he's going to play. He probably will, but only for a couple of weeks. So you're going to have to get over it. And hopefully he'll come in and we won't notice that we are missing our best goalkeeper. I don't want to tempt fate, but I don't think the 19-year-old goalkeeper from Hull is going to be better than the 22-year-old goalkeeper from Leeds. If I had to hazard a little guess. Right, Lex Chalaye is in, so worst case scenario, Lex Chalaye will save us. Welcome in, Liam. I'm good, thank you. How are you? He better be good. We badly need him to be good. Has he been playing in Argentina? Did that just say he'd been playing in Argentina, for Christ's sake? I'm sure that's it. Previous clubs, Altamonte Brown in Argentina. Where's that on his CV? When did Twitch change the mod badge? It didn't. It didn't. There are 2 tiers of mod. Liam and Simon are lead mods, and then everyone else is mod mods. So Liam and Simon have the Hammer of Justice, and everyone else has the Sword of also Justice. Yes, fancy schmancy mods. Gee's on his best behaviour. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I just found out there were tiers, and then I decided to play with it. I don't think it gives them any more power. They just get a slightly different icon next to them. I don't think it gives them access to anything fancy. But I might be wrong. Right, how good is this Debenham fella? Are you shitting me? I signed him as an emergency backup goalkeeper. I clearly want him during the emergency. He is of no use to me when there is not an emergency. By the time he comes on loan, that problem will be taken care of. It is a slightly bigger dong to swing around. Well, looks like I'm playing one of those 2 random goalkeepers I just signed then, because the fella I thought was going to be the guy to fill the gap as the emergency goalkeeper. Oh, fuck off. Trevino's injured now. Oh. We have just grabbed a couple of free agents, but let's not hold our breath that they're going to be any good. We've just signed Lex Chaloye. He might be alright. He was released by Southampton, but he's never played higher than the National League and he wasn't good in it. So I think to safely say he is our number 3 or 4 goalkeeper when all shakes out is fair. He's certainly a player that will probably only be here for a year unless he really shows signs of developing into a worldie. Which I suspect he won't. These World Cup qualifiers are taking forever to get through. Rather than make a Courtney offer, let's... oh, hang on. He was the keeper I wanted in the summer and I couldn't get a work permit for. What if I get a work permit for him now? Give him 5 years. He was the fella I went in for as my backup in the summer. Sit, we'll put some FM on. Yeah, we'll find someone who's going to stand between the sticks, Glenn. We'll find someone in there. Somewhere, some way, somehow. Right, whilst we wait for the next match to line itself up, should we scramble? Shall we hit the old scrandle o'clock? Just to pass a little treacle of time. That's not a phrase at all, is it? A soupçon of time. Bienvenido a Scrandle. Let's scrandle. Lefty, righty, you know the rules. We've got a short rib grilled cheese for 12 quid for a toasted cheese sandwich from Dallas, or 6 quid for some pulled beef, some gravy and some chips. Wool's gone right. Sort of a no-brainer, this one, isn't it? It's a bit of a no-brainer. We're all going right, I'd imagine. Be shocked if anyone was going left to spend 12 quid on a fucking toasted cheese sandwich. Alrighty then. Indeed, Northern boys do love gravy. Right, we've got cheesy chips from Cambridge for 4.5 quid, or pie, crinkle chips, peas and gravy for 4.5 quid from Farsley Celtic. Honestly, this looks like someone vomited in it, and this doesn't have anywhere near enough cheese on it. So, we're not in the winningest of times. Simon's gone right. Middle is not an option, it's left or right, sadly. Has been slightly introduced to cheese, yes. It was at one stage vaguely in the same postcode as cheese. The chips on the left do look good. Glenn's going left, so I've got a left, a right, 2 rights. Glenn's Geezer's stuck in a right. Wool, what are we saying? We're saying left, we're saying right. Going left. Alright, the pie looks overcooked. It does. I had a banging pie myself earlier. Beef and veg pie. Pucker pie. It was nice. Warsaw are offering a cheeseburger. Can confirm there's something resembling cheese in there with onion and brown sauce for a £5. That's fucking pathetic for a £5. Or somewhere in Florida we've got a dog shit with rice. Sorry, Moroccan beef kefta on a skewer with saffron rice and cilantro sauce. Whatever the fuck cilantro is supposed to be. Jesus wept. Simon says right. Glenn says left. Geezer says right. We've got some fandom for the turd and rice. Love a cheap mystery meat burger. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with a cheap mystery meat burger. Wait to see how Wool feels about this. Left or right. It's a tough choice. Is a tough choice. We're going once. Left. Oh, oh my God. I'm gonna, but since I've got to tie break this, unless someone else pops in pretty immediately, I'm gonna say left because I cannot put something in my face that looks like it's come out of something's arse. I'm very sorry. That's the thing me and the other RAS guy don't have in common. Right, Huddersfield Town are offering roast potatoes with beef and gravy. The beef is floated in the gravy. It looks fucking awful. £3.90. Or Bath are offering what they want to call a hot dog, but let's be honest, it's a tiny sausage. Like a mini cocktail sausage in a bun for 4 quid. I believe we're on Scrandle's What the Fuck Is This edition today. Brentford aren't going to drop any bangers in this one, are they? Floaters on gravy or a chode hot dog? Those are the questions. Wool's going right, left says Simon because of the roasties. Fully on board with the left for roasties. That's always a winner. Like, if it was just roasties and gravy, I think we'd have no arguments here. Geezer's saying left. I'm not sure why it thinks roasties is misogyny, but there we go. We're going left. And we've won. We're okay. We're 3 for 3. We're on top of this. Right. Brighton and Hove Albion, God bless them, are offering a Sunday roast in a Yorkshire pudding for 8 quid. £8.50. No, I'm not saying it's the best Sunday roast I've ever seen, but for a football ground Sunday roast, that's actually pretty acceptable. Or bread with lard, onions and paprika from MTK Budapest in Hungary. Then I'd pay 20 quid for that roast. It's fair play. That's a perfectly valid perfectly valid suggestion. Geezer's going left. I think we're all going left. That shouldn't... Only 41% of people chose that. What's wrong with them? Right. Angel City FC in LA in the NWSL are offering Wolfie's plant-based tenders with fries, 12 bills. Brighton do top ground, it's true. Or the World Cup in Qatar offered a hot dog covered in diarrhea for £5.70. I think it's supposed to be mustard, but it looks like it's just been smeared in diarrhea. We've got two lefts and a right. All's going left. I would be inclined to agree that I would rather suffer through the plant-based tenders than put that in my face. People agreed. We're halfway there and we're all green. Right, salt and pepper munchbox, chicken chips, spring rolls, curry sauce, egg fried rice for £8 from Hyde United. Or Salt River Fields in Arizona, which I assume is a baseball thing. Mustache pretzel with a cactus lemonade for £13.40. I actually thought someone had shit in a cardboard box then, I'm not going to lie. And I don't know what a cactus lemonade is, nor do I think I want to. £13.40 for this, yes. Right, this is like Messi or Anderson, left all day, it's true. It's a very easy left, it's a very easy left. That actually does look quite good. Right, pie chips and curry sauce, £7 at Warsaw. Or that same shit hot dog from the Qatar World Cup. Yeah, I reckon we were all going to go left on that. And we've won again. They really want us to see that shit hot dog from the Qatar Cup. Right. Manchester United are offering cheesy chips. Unusually for Manchester United, you actually get some cheese with this one. But very usually for Manchester United, they also haven't cooked any of it. So, there's that. Unknown location, scran of the day. It's a stadium somewhere with a burnt hot dog with some fried onions and some, I want to say, plastic cheese on it. We appear to have all gone right. Feels valid. 8 from 8, we're doing alright. Okay, chips and curry sauce, £3.50 at Air United, which I recently learned is near Glasgow in a place called Prestwick. Oh, we've got a sausage baguette from Haybridge Swiss for £3.50. Got a left, a right. Glenn's torn. That wasn't a pun. That wasn't a gag. Wolf saying Chippy standard on the left. Glenn's going left. Alright, we're going left. We've won. Narrowly. It was close. It was close. We've won. We're 9 from 9. Right, we've got a pizza slice for £4, which, let's be honest, that looks fucking awful. But this is a bag of Takis with a can of Pacifico Lager for £20.45. So, shit pizza for £4 at QPR, beer and a bag of crisps for £20 in LA. Feels like we're sneaking off to the left. And we've won. We've gone 10 from 10. 10 from 10 at Scrandall is, honestly, pretty good. I think we've done that twice in the last week. You know. Let me have a little look to doodle-doodle on the thing. We've had 2 10s in the last week. We're all over this. Bloody easy, this Scrandall shit, isn't it? Bloody easy. Sorry, Glenn. If it helps, Domino's is still open. I was going to say Chippy's still open. It's not. Chippy's not still open. Right. I shouldn't holiday that. We've signed a goalkeeper with no work permit. Love it. Doesn't matter. We've got a goalkeeper to play in goal today. Danny Parker's almost back. He's only out for another week, but At least we can safely say Chalaye is going to play in goal for us today. Anyone obviously missing here? McLean's back. Is he fit back? 45 minutes. I'll stick him on the bench for Gittins, I think. We gonna make that change there, boyo? Skint gotta go shot. That's valid. It's valid. It is a constant battle out there to not be Skint. Anyone else obviously missing from my lineup? I don't think so. Ehrlitz. Ehrlitz for Miller, I suppose. And Ehrlitz usually goes there, doesn't he? Or does he? Was it Banfield in there? There's the one. That's the kitten. That's the one. Right, let's see if Chaloye can keep bloody Livingston. Oh, Sean McKeever was injured. You absolute animal. Sean McKeever is out. Unavailable. Let's get rid of the youngsters so I can sort of see what's going on here. I guess Shaw goes there, and then we'll stick Littler in for Shaw. Yeah, that'll do. Kill for some Norwegian chocolate. I would love right now some Swedish chocolate. Because there is a Swedish chocolate bar that I'm a huge fan of. And I think when you see the name of this chocolate bar, you are going to laugh very hard. But I promise you, it's fucking amazing. Alright? Now I feel like I've built this up too much, but I promise you I haven't. I don't know the Norwegian chocolate called Smash, but do you guys know? Do you guys know the Swedish chocolate's called Plup? And if you don't, and you ever see it around, fucking grab it. It's incredible. Grab yourself a Plup. There you go. There's the advertising. It does have a toffee lining. It's a lot like a thinner version of a Whisper Gold. Like it's sort of Milky Bar thickness, but like Whisper Gold in filling and texture. And I strongly recommend it. If you ever see one around, absolutely grab some. You will not be disappointed. Anytime any of my friends visit from Sweden, I'm like, you'll need to grab me as many of these bags of blup as you can carry, and also 2 kilos of tobacco, because they actually sell them in 2 kilo tubs for like 20 quid over there. It's honestly worth flying to Sweden, stocking up on tobacco and flying back. You make the money back on the trip. Was a thing I've learned. Obviously, if you're not a smoker, there's no real benefit unless you know lots of smokers. But if you know lots of smokers who will buy tobacco off you, buy 2 kilos for 20 quid and sell it to one for 100, and they will absolutely rip your arm off. Just chucking it out there. Oh, they've scored a goal against Livingston, and so far, Chaloye has not had to touch the ball as far as I'm aware. So that's nice. Because I'm a little bit worried that if he does touch the ball, we're in trouble. Oh, it's Debiche. Remember Debiche? He was with us at Cambridge? Sure he was with us at Cambridge. I'm not misremembering, am I? Debiche. He was with us on loan at Cambridge. Look at that. It's an old friend. Talking of which, are Cambridge now they are a championship side. They finished the job. They finished the job in our absence. We'll have an asterisk promotion for that one. To go with our SPL title for this season. Maybe we sneaky win the SPL, then dip off back to Cambridge and finish the job of getting into the Premier League. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Either way. I don't know why I've left Myers out on the right wing. I can't remember why I did that. I think I only put him there once because it was funny. We've got a penalty. It's alright. It's going to be 2-0. It's going to be 2-0. Praise the boys. Penalty awarded. Who's stepping up? It's Bell. Should I keep your eyes open, head off, have a good night. See you later, Glenn. Sleep well. Stay safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Will Bell scored a penalty just to see you off for the night. Make sure you went to bed happy with the results that's going to occur, I suppose. Praise be to the bees and the boys and the things. Right, we have another penalty. No, it's a free kick. It's Trevino. He's not scored in a couple of games, so he's going to be missing. He'll be missing goals. Won a corner. We're going to see the corner. Tomlin's going to take it. Are we going to score it? That's the big question. Alex Banfield has stepped up. We signed him from the Scottish Championship as an emergency backup centre-half last season. And he's basically made being a centre-half part of his job description as a starter now. Which is, I said that, he's been coming off the bench and playing as a left-back quite a lot. But you know what I mean? Like, he's established himself as a first-teamer in a team that is in serious danger. Is that Billy Sharp? It won't show me. It's a serious danger of winning the league with St Mirren, which is a bit mad. There is a danger St Mirren are about to win the SPL this season. We are some games in. I don't know how many. 9, 10. Marvin Ehrlich's the big German scoring. Absolute scenes. This is game number 8 of the season, and we are still holding firm 2 points clear of Celtic. 2 points clear of Celtic. Rangers are in 5th. They are nowhere. Does mean that by the time we finish the first round of games, on this sort of form, we should be 3 or 4 points clear after 11. Which, quick maths, means we'd be about 8 points clear after 22. 12 points clear after 33 when the league splits. And then we've just got to kind of get 2 wins and we're champions. So I'm not counting my chickens. I'm just saying there may be chickens. There may be an appearance by some chickens. Seb McLean, and he's back to fully fitness, so that's good. Littler off for Shaw. Bell off for Scholesy. Banfield off because he's booked. There's the kittens done. 4-0. Looking like a great place to be for us, to be honest. But I'm pretty happy with how this season. I know it was a rough old start to life in Scotland. There was a moment where I think we all questioned what we'd done by going to Scotland. When we were in that there relegation fight at the back end of last season. But second season, I'd say we've come into our own. We're looking pretty good. We have achieved a 4-0 so far with 10 minutes to go. And I think the only big clubs we've not played yet have been Celtic and Hearts. Pretty sure we've not played Celtic. I thought we've not played Celtic, Hearts, and Aberdeen, I believe. So that could be question marks and whatnot. Nice work, everyone. Job's a good one. Well diddly done, how diddly ho, neighbourinos. And gotta let it save. Always remember to let it save. So let's not get too excited. Let's not get too excited. Almost there. It's a huge result. Thanks, guys. Lovely stuff. Match reaction looking good. Bobba-da-bobba-boo. Fixture schedule. So, our next game is Celtic, Hearts, and Aberdeen. And St Johnstone. I thought we'd already played St Johnstone in the league. Oh, no, we've already played Aberdeen in the league. Okay. So, St Johnstone, Celtic, and Hearts are our next opponents, which should be reasonably good, I would imagine. Let's just make sure I've given them all 3 days off to rest, recuperate, and all that nonsense, because that feels like a good idea. What was I doing? What was I doing? I was doing a thing. I think that might be a time whereby we might call it, because I'm a bit tired. Did not sleep terribly well last night with feeling rough. And I think we will pop in and see. Who have we not? We've not seen Lee in a while. Let's go see Lee. Let's go say hello to Lee. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you to Mods and the rest of the squads. We're going to go see the beautiful Lima, who's doing a Park to Prem with, I believe, Prescott Cables, which I'm reasonably sure are a real team. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've played against them at some stage. Thank you, Liam. See you next stream. Hopefully tomorrow night, but we'll see. I might be needed by the mother. She was trying to mow the lawn yesterday, because she never learns. But I'll see you all later. Do stay by for the raid, for seeing Limo, and I'll see you all very soon, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good one.